All right, y'all, let's get into it. Boy, you know the vibes, man. I love sports. I love them so much that I never want them to stop. But as the playoffs wind down, we get fewer games. And the sports aren't really sportsing like I want them to. But FanDuel lets me keep the sports going whenever I want. All I have to do is open the app and dream up bets anytime I'm in the mood. This summer, FanDuel is hooking up all customers with a boost or bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everyone, every day, all summer long. Head over to FanDuel.com/UCSS and start making the most of your summer. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball.
Earl, speaking of Major League Baseball, guys, the Guardians, after that bad weekend series against Kansas City, began a homestand last night. It was against a bad White Sox team, but we know that bad White Sox team has played decently against the Guardians. It's one of the few teams that the Guardians have not played particularly well against. And the White Sox again last night were very feisty. The Guardians, they had a 1-0 lead early. The Guardians were up 2-1 and then 3-1. The White Sox tied it at 3. The Guardians went up 6-3. White Sox tied it at 6. And then the Guardians, as you said, Tyvis, had the walk-off win.
I was watching that game. I thought, all right, in the first inning, because I'm always locked in because it's always on at the radio station. So I'm doing the radio and I'm watching the game. And when they went yard, I think it was the second batter went yard.
Yep.
I was like, oh, shoot.
Yep.
Man, here we go. But then Cookie pulled it together.
Yep.
Second inning, Cookie came out there, sat them all down. And I'm like, all right, Cookie actually giving us a decent start here. He was able to pitch a couple of innings, got 7 strikeouts, so that was good. But he did give up a couple of runs. After that, you got to see the Guardians finally starting to hit. You know, guys got on base, guys started hitting. And I was like, all right, so the batting is still coming back alive. They pull away, they go up 3-1. But then, like you say, I look up again, it's like as soon as they score, it's like the very next inning, the White Sox come right back, answer right back. I'm like, these guys is in a dogfight now. We got to really try to pull this thing out. And it get to 6-6, and I'm sitting there like, if they lose to the White Sox, like it's just the White Sox must be really good against the Guardians. And then obviously, you know, they get the hit at the end to walk it off at the end, and we ended up winning and pulling it out. So I was happy about that. Excited to see what happens today because, you know, with Carlos Carrasco, he's towards the bottom, which as of right now, to be honest with you, he might be the third or fourth best pitcher we got right now.
Last 3 starts for Carrasco. He's pitched 17 innings. He's given up 6 runs, so that's an ERA just over 3. He's given up in his last 3 starts just 14 hits and only 3 walks. So he's pitched well, and he has how many strikeouts?
He has 7. I know he had like.
I think he has 17 strikeouts.
I'm about to say he got a lot.
Last 3 starts, he's pitching pretty well.
He had that slider working yesterday.
Yeah,
it was breaking down and away. But I'll tell you what, I don't know where they got this kid from. That Luis Roberts kid.
Oh yeah,
he's a great talent. He hasn't been able to stay healthy.
2
hits. I mean, I'm like, man, this kid is a big kid, man.
But you know who showed up yesterday?
Who was that?
Shneeman.
Oh no, Shneeman.
Hey, listen, Shneeman came out there.
You know what it is. You know
I was like, ooh.
His name is not Shneeman. And my man, his name is Wingman. You know what I'm saying? The ultimate Wingman showed up, man. He turned on the fastball inside. Hey, by the way, he was going through a little slump. Like, they had figured him out a little bit. Like, they was like, oh, no, we're not hitting none of the zones that you like. But he turned on that pitch, and it was crazy. Like, I thought, you know, the bats came around, and you know who I thought played a real nice game?
Ooh.
Jimenez played a nice game. He threw that strike, that one hop to the plate.
Yeah. Oh, my.
That relay cutoff.
God.
His defense is always on point.
My God. That was the best throw I see. He put it right where the guy needed to be.
And the fact that it's this little one-hop game. I'm like, when do you stop one-hopping these things? Like usually, and then, you know, I think you take a look at the defense and the way he's been out here moving around. I'm like, man, he played a really nice game. They didn't have I thought Naylor. I liked that he went opposite field.
Yeah. But he got think about it. Quan, Jose, Naylor, and Fry, who have been their 4 best players, went 1 for 16 last night.
Right.
They've been doing
Naylor got
that.
the only hit. He scored a run. Fry got on base, I think, on a fielder's choice or that error.
They've been doing
he scored
that.
a run.
That's like the second or third time in
Yeah.
like the past maybe 3 games that they didn't.
And those guys have been
perform well.
mostly so hot.
But
Yeah.
then Freeman hit a home run though.
no, I didn't say Freeman.
Oh, okay. I thought you said. I thought
Fry, Naylor,
Fry. Got you.
Ramirez, and Quan.
Yeah.
Those guys. Yes, Freeman hit a home run, which was big. Schneeman hit a home run. Freeman and Schneeman.
Yeah.
Going deep.
Yeah. Hey, that sounds like a deli in Brooklyn. Don't it? Like they got the best pastrami in the
Where you
game.
going? Where you going? Boy? I go to Freeman and Schneeman. It
does.
I need a smear of cream cheese on the sandwich here.
That is
Maybe
they
a couple of conditions. Let's go.
They got it right. They
By the way, it was funny because Kenny Atkinson the other day. Well, we'll get back to the Guardians in a second, but Kenny Atkinson said, what word did he use? He used a word that only Jewish people normally use, or people from New York. Mm-hmm. And he is from New York. And I was like, oh, is Kenny Atkinson Jewish? I'm not sure. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find anything. And I was like, it's probably just because he's from Long Island. And I can't even remember what the word was. But he said it's a word that people that are either not Jewish or not from New York usually pronounce it wrong. Mm-hmm. I can't think what the word is. Anyway.
And
sidebar.
I guarantee
Yeah.
before they started or after
Yeah.
they finished, McNuggets had a story about Long Island.
Oh, 100%.
And they probably know the same Division 2.5 basketball coach, like or
Well,
scout somewhere.
you're
right?
actually right
2.5.
because McNuggets found out right before the interview that his dad knew Kenny Atkinson's brother.
Told you. Look,
Yeah.
like, I didn't even know that. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. See?
Yeah. It's something about Emerson, right?
Yeah.
You know how like Mount Union has all these connections
Yeah.
to football?
Yeah. Or Syracuse
Emerson-
in the radio.
Yes. It's Emerson for basketball.
It's crazy.
So it's good that he went there. He's got all these connections.
Oh,
But
yeah.
a good win for them, because Carrasco did enough.
Yeah.
And it was a day where the bullpen didn't pitch that well. Cade Smith and Hunter Gaddis, who've been obviously excellent, both struggled yesterday and blew that 6-3 lead.
Are you
Go ahead.
As you've been looking at Cookie's last couple of starts? Are you okay if he was the 4th pitcher in the playoffs?
No. I'm okay if he's their 4th or really. I'm okay with him as their 5th pitcher in the regular season.
Bullpen.
5th pitcher.
So
But not in the
playoffs.
No.
Not even after what he's been showing you these last
No,
couple.
because it won't last, probably.
Yeah.
But he's helping them right now.
I'm just trying to.
6 innings.
I'm just trying to justify, just in case they
Yeah.
don't make a trade for a pitcher. I'm just
Oh,
trying to.
no, we can't
I'm
do
trying to
that.
see what they see. I'm just trying to see what they see. That's all.
Yeah, no. We can't have that.
I'm getting myself ready.
I see. I don't like that, Tyvis.
No,
you
no,
know,
I-
I'm just getting my mind ready. What?
Do you, when you saw yesterday, something
Yeah.
happened, and I was thinking about it when I saw it. Last inning, the closer for the White Sox comes up, right?
Right.
It looks like he gets his cleat caught in the ground.
Yeah.
In that situation, I'm thinking, how would you coach your pitcher? He tried to hold the pitch and he actually threw it in the backstop, grounded it. Mm-hmm. How would you teach that from a standpoint of if that situation happens and you just don't want to give up, because the tying run winning one was at second, he moves to third,
right? And that was the game. That was the game. By fly. Yeah.
So would you tell them to not follow through with that? Or would that have been called a ball?
It would have been a ball,
and he would have got it anyway.
Yeah.
So, or if you threw it, and what if the ball just you didn't put enough energy on it, and it just let the ball fall a couple faces.
It's a tough spot because it happens so fast. I don't even know if you have time to consciously think, I should do this. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. That was a weird spot. The Guardians got lucky. It happened.
That was game right there.
Yeah, that was it.
I was like, man. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, if he had the presence of mind to say, okay, well, I can't stop all the way throwing the ball.
Let me just throw
a
dribbler.
little dribbler.
You should have skipped it in
how
there,
would they
He
judge
might have
that?
taken off for third anyway, though.
Right. Because it's in no man's land between
right.
the pitcher and the catcher. So
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was it. Sucks for you, dog.
By the way, I think I don't remember if I texted you guys this. I can't remember, but so last night in our Little League game, we lost and got eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh man.
Was it a close game?
No,
You-
I mean it was. The problem was we gave up 4 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, that's
And then we did all right after that. And then in the top of the 4th, so it was still 4-0 in the top of the 4th. And we had bases loaded, nobody out. And we had
that's a dream come true.
and so we had some good hitters coming up. And I was like, okay, this is our chance to get right back in it.
yeah.
So my next hitter, it's a pop-up. right at the plate. It falls,
Oh, man.
and the umpire says it's a fair ball, and they get to force it home. I thought it was foul.
Don't y'all got the infield fly rule?
So the infield fly rule's got to be past the pitcher's mound. So
That's a
anyway,
tough
so
spot.
now it's bases loaded, 1 out.
Yeah, that's a
so
tough spot.
Aaron was up next, and he knocks in the run, the only run of the game. But the throw went wild, and I told him to run to second, and it was a mistake because he didn't get there in time. And I was blaming myself. And we ended up not scoring another run because he got tagged out right before our second runner scored. And had I not sent him, it would have been 4-2. And then we still would have had another runner on third.
But you trying to be aggressive.
I'm trying to be
aggressive.
aggressive.
You gotta give
But I
yourself
was
a chance
pissed.
to win.
But then we just couldn't, after that inning, we just couldn't score again. And so it was close for 4 innings.
So it's 4-2 the final?
4-1.
4-1?
There, but they tacked on 3 runs late and beat us 7-1. But the reason I bring it up, I tried the hidden ball trick.
Did it work?
It did not. But I tried it. I've never seen it. I've never
know
done
what's
it or
funny?
tried it ever.
You know
I've never
what's
seen anybody
funny?
do it.
Is when I was playing Little League.
Yeah.
And I was in 6th grade maybe, so I was playing Little League. And we were playing in the championship game.
Yeah.
And we had the bases loaded. And they called the huddle.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the huddle, and I see the dude get the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I tell everybody, y'all stay on base. They
Yeah.
doing the hidden ball trick. Do not leave the base. And that actually worked out, and we ended up winning the game.
Yeah.
So it was perfect for us.
We did it after a timeout also. Aaron, my son Aaron, who plays third base, he had the ball in his glove, and I was hoping the kid would lead off third, even though you're not allowed to lead.
Yeah.
But I thought this kid's been really aggressive on the bases, so I was hoping he'd take a step off the base for a second. And Aaron was standing right next to him. They had no idea he had the ball. The kid never got off the base, and after 10 seconds, I was like, Aaron, call timeout. So he called timeout and threw the ball back to the base.
Yeah. And did the other team be like, yeah! Good heads up, Johnny. Way to be in the game, Johnny.
That's what they do for real.
Yeah, like you didn't score no runs, man.
Yeah. Didn't, yeah.
That's deflating too when you're young. When you hear another group of young men just screaming, like, "Yeah, he struck out. You didn't catch us fooling." Like,
We didn't do it. I tried. I was pulling out all the stops.
all
but
the
it didn't
stops.
work. Anyway,
you gotta
but it was a good win for the Guardians because they, coming off that bad weekend, it would have been easy for them to, and the way they blew the lead a couple of times in this game. But there were some signs yesterday of things you're concerned about. The bullpen getting worn down because they're being overworked.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Clase pitched again. He pitched in the 9th. He got a win instead of a save this time. But in the end, it was a good win, and they get to. I think they're 23 over. 50. I can't even read now. 53 and 30. Yeah, 23 over. The lead is 6 over. Oh, there it is. 6 over Minnesota. 8 over the Royals. Twins won again. Royals did lose
31
yesterday.
over Chicago. Sheesh.
31. I mean, that's.
You think they gonna trade Luis Roberts?
I think they have to be open to trading anybody. They're so bad and so far away, and he's injury prone.
So you would you trade for him if he was the Guardian?
I mean, I would. If I were the White Sox, I wouldn't trade him to the Guardians, but you would have to give up a very high price. But to me, it would be worth it. I mean, the problem is, again, he's always. Let me look.
I didn't know he was a leadoff hitter.
Man.
He did well yesterday. He's
great.
actually been doing well the last couple of games.
he gets hurt a lot.
You know what I thought about?
Yeah.
I've been formulating this theory and hypothesis, Tyvis. I don't believe. I don't think you can factor in injuries into trades.
Why?
I feel like if you traded for a player and they're injured like now, like okay, if they came off a catastrophic injury, right? Mm-hmm. But if they just missing like 3 or 4 games every year, or they be like, oh, I missed some time during the middle of the season, like
You wouldn't factor.
I agree with you.
it's
But-
like
but-
it's like what are you gonna do? Like
Last year, he actually played most of the season. He played 145 last year. The 2 years before that, he played 98 and 68. And this year, he's only played 31 out of 80-something games.
Are you referring to all sports or just baseball?
I'm referring to all of them.
I wouldn't factor in that.
I just don't feel you can predict injuries. Like it's too,
Right. There are guys who are injury prone that all of a sudden they get healthy. Vice
people
versa.
predict that Denzel gonna get hurt every year for the Browns.
No, but I think I get what you're saying. Your point is like, don't not trade for Luis Robert because he's been injury prone.
Yeah, like if
Yes, he's gonna. And in baseball, yeah, I mean, he might miss some time.
Good.
Listen, he's played 31 games this year. His numbers are, they're fine. He's got 9 home runs, which is good, really good in 30 games.
Yeah.
But he's only got 14 RBIs. His OPS is 766, which is solid but not spectacular. He's usually been a very good player when he's been healthy. He was an all-star last year.
He needs a change of scenery.
I think everybody on the White Sox needs to change the scenery. He's under team control. He would not be a free agent until. He's only got 2 more. No, there's 3 more years after this year.
Would you be okay if the Guardians traded for him, and that's all they did? They didn't address the pitching.
I mean, again, it's like your wife, asking you, hey, can we get a date? And you never go out. She's like, well, I'll give you a date once this week.
Yeah.
And then she's not gonna complain about that one date. Like she gonna take the date. I'll take the kid.
So he'll take.
That's not. That doesn't even. Tyvis, that really wouldn't even make sense.
I'm gonna take that. Like,
Yeah.
what you know
So
about?
would you take?
No, I would not, because. And first of all, if you went to get Luis Robert, you'd have to give up so much. That means you're all in.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you not fix your biggest problem, which is starting pitching? That just doesn't make sense.
So let me ask y'all this question, man. I just
Here you
wanna,
go. Here you go.
Dang,
You messing with the hat. So
By the way,
know
Aaron,
it's good.
for those who don't know, former Guardian Aaron Savale was traded today to the Brewers.
That's all that
And he has not pitched well this year.
I need
Jay
y'all
Crawford is somewhere like bad.
I need y'all to help me out with
Yeah.
this. The Trevor Bauer thing.
You want him back?
They're not going there.
You want him back?
Nobody's going there.
But boo.
I would sign him as much as I loathe him.
Is Clevenger
Loathe
still
him.
a free agent?
What's that?
Is Clevenger a free agent?
No.
Somebody
Trevor-
got? I didn't know that.
This is the thing. This is almost like the nuclear thing, right? I always talk about, like, you gotta be like, hey, look, you talk about you need somebody. Hey, there's Imani Bates, right? People, oh God, but hey, you need a pitcher.
Yeah. They hate him.
But wasn't
hate
he
him.
not good? Didn't he go overseas and pitch and he wasn't doing
No,
it?
he's pitched great overseas. Doesn't mean he's still
great.
going to be. I don't know that he could still be good enough in the majors.
so what-
he probably can.
So let me give you this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a businessman. You're a businessman. We all
Yes,
businessmen.
we are.
We today we could get in an argument on the show today, and right when we're done, Earl, we laugh and joke and get out of here because we're getting this money. Now, if I was a businessman and I'm looking at my team and it's an opportunity to make my team better, they already got enough goodwill built up. There ain't no cases against them. And do you really think, like, after he was acted up, you think he's going to act up again? No, he's going to be a model citizen because he wants to stick around. Why would you not
I think the Guardians just were tired of his act, and they think he's a cancer in the locker room. I think that's part of it.
The last
I don't know why another team that's never had him before wouldn't sign him.
The
at
last
this point,
thing
but
we seen.
it seems like he's never.
Wouldn't you think
Yeah.
that Stephen Vogt, right?
Yeah. Don't care about that.
He don't.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Hey, bro, that was with Tito now. This is with me.
I would get to answer your question. As much as I loathe him, I despise him more than probably any player in the league.
And don't get me wrong, he's not my favorite cup of tea. What I'm just saying is, like,
We're trying to win. We're trying to win here.
That's it. I would give it a chance. Now, I'm not going to kill the Guardians for not doing it. They may even know. I think there's a lot of stuff about him out there that even we don't know.
Right? It'd be very.
I know a lot, but
It wouldn't be expensive to sign him, right?
no. You'd be
take
paying the league minimum.
and if it don't work out, you could cut him.
Right. But I think we've already
Well,
seen that nobody's signing him.
You
It's
say
just
that. You know how leagues are. Colin Kaepernick was the same way for the NFL.
Look. There's a lot of things that I say that a lot of people wouldn't say, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things and I'm just gonna be real with you because, like, I feel like if you got a strong enough organization and you got enough people around you, and the Guardians have been known to make solid moves.
Yeah.
They ain't never been in no trouble. They ain't
Right.
never took no shorts. Right? They above board, and they come out and say, "Look, this guy."
Yeah. I will say that the Guardians have built up a lot of goodwill with the fans.
Lot of it.
And there are some fans that would be perfectly fine with Bauer. There would be a lot of fans that would be pissed if the team signed Bauer. Because the Guardians are a good story right now. People feel good about the team. They don't feel guilty about rooting for anybody on the team. They're a likable team, and I think that's part of the thing here. But from a pure talent standpoint, I would sign him if I were the
I would like them a little more.
If the Guardians did that, this would be the time to do it because as of right now, all the teams are.
Yeah,
Cleveland has been known for rehabbing a lot of guys.
But they're not going to do it.
A lot of guys have come to Cleveland and rehabbed and got their act together. So
I mean, heck, Kareem Hunt, Josh Gordon, he
didn't get his act together.
He didn't never. It's a dang shame he came up 10 years later. 10 years later, Josh, you would have been good.
He could have did it all he wanted.
I'll tell you something. I mean, listen, let's face it. Peyton Hillis is batshit crazy. I mean, and we brought him in. Devon Best, he was nuts.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, Bull, I had a question for you before we move on. Daniel Schneemann, in the time that he spent in the big leagues this year, he's batting .262 with 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, and an OPS of .864.
Yeah.
All the hype early on behind Kyle Manzardo. We've seen a few of the prospects play. Why has he seemingly performed the best so far?
I don't know that anybody could answer that. Baseball's in a lot of ways is just random. It's hard to say why he's done particularly well. First of all, his positional flexibility as opposed to like a Kyle Manzardo is going to get him in at the plate more, give him more opportunities because he can play anywhere pretty much. I mean, I think you could throw Schneemann at any position. If they threw him at first base today, I'd be like, okay, let's see what he can do. And with Manzardo, it's first base or it's DH. So there's just it makes it harder to get him regular work, and that makes it tricky. So I think that part of it is they've been able to give him a lot of work because he fills the dots, right? Like, I want to give this guy a day off, let's put Schneemann there. I want to give this guy a day off, let's put Schneemann there. So, and it's fun to say Schneemann, let's face it. I mean, he sounds like the name is like a character from Revenge of the Nerds.
What was he playing, right field yesterday?
I don't even remember what he played.
I think he played shortstop yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah, right.
I thought he played right field.
He's like Weebay. Like he's muscle. He could be on the block. He's a general. Like he knows the rules. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
And he don't tell.
But didn't he was in the minors for quite some time, right?
He was, yeah.
He did like what, 3-4 years?
He's a seasoned minor leaguer, if
How
you will,
many
right?
years has Manzardo been in minors?
Not that many.
Okay,
He's
so that
older,
maybe that
but-
got something to do with it.
Yeah. Listen, Manzardo didn't get enough of a chance to, there's been a lot of great players, all-time great players, who struggled when they first came to the majors. It's not uncommon at all. And Schneemann might just be a guy who's just a decent player his whole career, doesn't even get any better. I don't know. He's got some talent. I like the way he I like to say finds the ball. Like Stephen Kwan is great at finding the ball. He sees where the ball is, he gets the bat to the ball. It sounds simplistic, but there's something to that. And I think Schneemann has a little of that in him, which is probably part of the reason why he's done so well.
I know what I love about Stephen Vogt and what he was able to do, and I don't know if it's just him or the organization.
Yeah.
He's been able to turn over some cards, and we got an opportunity to see all these young dudes.
Yeah.
I don't believe if Tito was here, you wouldn't have, we just put a list of 4 guys up that we've gotten a chance to see.
Yeah.
And you still get to see Rocchio. You got to see Arias. You get to see some of these other younger picks. You're getting to see people.
Tyler Freeman.
Hey, let me see what they got.
I bet you Miles Straw would have been here
still
if Tito was still here.
And there still would have been a backlog of guys, and Manzardo would have never been up. No. I don't think you would have saw him.
And Miles Straw sucks in AAA. I mean, he's not hitting there either.
That's sad. That's really sad.
Anyway.